Hey everyone, it's Jessica Michaels here with a Cherry on Top Crafts with another YouTube hop. And this month's hop is featured around food. So I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a little bit with this one because I don't often take photos of food, but I had to get a little bit creative with this one because I knew that I had these photos of my son with our corn stalks. So we grow sweet corn on our farm. So I have these couple photos of him picking corn in his bare feet. So that's a true farmer right there for you, in your bare feet picking corn. So he loves to help us with the harvest. And I've pulled out a cut file from my stash, which is an older one that I had from Confessions of a Paper Addict. And I got that whenever they were going out of business. So it's in my stash, and then I've added some corn cobs to it as well. And I have cut those out and backed them with some paper from the Arden Creative collection called Hidden Creek. So that's in the large paper pad, that green, kind of whitish green, just distressed paper. And then I'm just going to use some Copic markers here to just create a little bit of some corn kernels on my little corn cobs here so that I can just tuck them in to my corn stalks. So I've got those. I have actually used the Rust and Revs collection on this as well. So I'm mixing those two collections together. And I used the top sheet from the Rust and Revs 2.0 to actually back my photos with here. I really like that stripy paper that comes in that kind of first page that shows you what's in the collection. And I thought that would be just perfect to back my photos with and have all those beautiful colors in there. So I just backed both of those photos with some white first and then added them to my stripe paper, cut that down, distress my edges. And here I am running some dies through my Big Shot machine, or just one die. These are the Spellbinders border dies that I absolutely love to make little scallop borders alongside my photo strips like this. So I just cut it twice, and I just used a leftover scrap of paper from the small paper pad that comes in that Rust and Revs 2.0 collection, and I just cut the couple strips down and just pieced them back together there with some Nuvo glue, and I'm just adhering them to the back side of those photos on that right side. I'm going to put my title right in the middle. That's why I left a space in the middle there. I've got my corn cobs here, so I can go ahead and start gluing all of this down. I'm mainly using my Nuvo glue for this one. I did use my ATG gun, my tape runner, for my photos to back on the large strip, but mostly I'm just sticking with that Nuvo glue today. It's going to dry clear, so I don't have to worry if I make a little bit of a mess, which I do, and I usually do, but I don't have to worry about it because it just dries up clear, so no worries. And I'm just going to tuck these in and just kind of layer them and then glue down the corn stalks themselves and get that all placed out. I really wasn't sure what else I wanted to add to this. I was originally inspired by a layout from my friend Rhonda on Instagram. I'll link hers down below because she has a really cute corn cob layout that she did with corn stalks and some mixed media in her background, and it turned out amazing. So I'm going to link that in my description below because I was talking to her a little bit about where she got her corn stalks before I realized that I already had this cut file in my stash. And I just wasn't seeing it in my cut file library. So I pulled that out after speaking with her and just talking to her about her creative layout. And that's something that I love to do. I love to talk to other people about their layouts and get inspiration from others, as well as have others draw inspiration from me too. That's why I'm here. I'm here to inspire you to create, and feel free to scrap lift anything that I do always. That's definitely why I'm here. I'm here to help you gain inspiration and get some things in your books and get those photos scrapped. So this is a YouTube hop, so I should remind you that all of the creators will be linked down in the description below, and then all you have to do to be entered into winning a $25 gift card for the Cherry on Top shop is to leave a comment along the way for each video. And there's not a whole lot, so it won't take you that long, but there's a lot of good creative videos this month, and I am just loving all the food things, and all of the creations are just so amazing this month. So make sure you check out the others that are playing along and leave comments along the way to be entered into that gift card. Here, I'm just adding some of the little laser cut embellishments. I grabbed a few from the Rust and Revs 2.0, and then this is the Arden Hidden Creek collection, and I'm just mixing these two together. I really like these little butterflies on here, so I'm just adding a bunch of those and scattering those all about my layout, and then I am just layering these little tickets here at the top. I'm going to grab my date stamp and add that to the top there somewhere as well. And then I'm also grabbing these photographer stickers. These are just some word phrases by Minte Papers, and I thought they would be cute to just add a few little word phrases to my layout as well. I've got this little tag from the Rust and Revs that I'm going to place beside my photo. I'll add some twine to that here in a bit. Here's my date stamp coming in. I'm not stamping my little arrow that goes on there. I just used it for the date, and I'm just going to tuck this in at the very top with my photo strip there and just layer those embellishments. And I'm going to grab something else yet to add to the top, but we'll see what I actually find to add up there. I've got my letters already attached for my title. Those are the Luna alphabet letters. I've got them in black and then that nice orange color. So I've added that for my title to say, "Aw, shucks, you're cute." A little fun pun on the corn there. And I am just using some wax twine here from my stash to add to my tag. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down and glue those tails down so they're not all willy-nilly about my layout. So I want them to be nice and clean and tucked in over here by this cute little butterfly, which I will also glue. My butterflies, I typically like to lift up the wings and pop them up off of the page for a little bit more dimension, and they will flatten out a little bit in my book, but for the most part, they typically stay put the way that I have them. So I love how 49 Market is using this packaging that you can actually use. It has these cute little cut aparts on here, and I really love this little kind of arrow sign here. So I'm just trimming that out. I'm going to pop that up with a 3D foam square and place that right by my title here, because I just love the way that that looks and kind of draws your eye to the title and back towards those photos. Here's my little word phrases from that photographer line coming in. I'm just going to add 3 little phrases here just for a little something extra. I wasn't really sure what all to add to this, so I didn't really want to like clutter it up a whole lot, but I wanted to add a few things here and there, like that grass at the bottom. That's from the Rust and Revs 2.0 laser cuts, and then there's my camera coming in at the top, and then lastly I just wanted to add some white splatters. So I just water down a little bit of white acrylic paint and then just flick it on with my paintbrush. Super simple. And here is the finished layout coming up. That's how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Super simple today and easy. Go ahead and scrap lift this if you would like, and feel free to hop along with all of the other creators down below in the description and leave comments along the way to be entered into that $25 gift card. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.